What up, fam? Today we are going to be building this Spirograph Voice Detection Generator. It was an idea that came to me for wanting to build a voice sphere like voice agents have in my Wispy app, which is a voice-to-letter dictation AI-assisted real physical letter in the mail app with Wispy Experience algorithm coming soon. Those details I can't release, but the letter sending app in the mail, real physical mail, is coming soon in test flight. So if you want to sign up, you can sign up at wispy.co, the letter company. And you can check out an old video from the app, but regardless. So to start here, what is creative coding? Creative coding is the practice of using computer programming to create works of art, design, interactive media. It involves writing code to generate visual sounds, animations. The roots go back to the 1960s, P5JS. So that's probably one of the biggest foundational changes, I'd say. So if we search up P5JS, you can see some pretty interesting projects with code and art, basically. Now, the way I look at it, let's see, open processing. Yeah, so anyways, the way I look at it is you have to break it down into pieces. So I wanted the sphere. So this is the original, this is the future concepts. This is the original spirograph that I was looking at. And I had actually gone to Cosmos, I don't need to watch the film, and I had searched up orbs. And I saw some interesting orb animations. I was trying to figure out like what was it in particular that I was looking at, and then I saw some fractals. So I searched up fractals, and then I saw some of these cool animations, and then I asked Gemini. And then I found that particular spirograph, and then I asked Gemini to explain to me what it was I was looking at. So I used the live share feature because I can actually watch the animation. Here it is here. So I had Gemini go and watch this and give me feedback. So I did that in AI Studio. And now if I go back to Cosmos, let's try and make another one. So let's see one that's quite interesting. I find this one interesting. I also find this very interesting. Let's try and do this one with creative coding. So we are going to ask Gemini first. So we'll go to AI Studio. And we will go to real time. Gemini, how do I recreate this animation as creative coding in the format of controls with input-output sliders that will change the dimensions of it, like change the properties of it, so that we can get a similar effect to what you're looking at here, this spirograph generator, but for this animation on the Cosmos page.
I've been thinking about the Cosmos animation, which resembles a complex dynamic sphere. To recreate it with slider controls, I'd suggest focusing on sliders for parameters like pattern density, how many lines, rotation velocity, the speed of movement, and perhaps swirl complexity or path distortion to adjust the shape of the lines themselves. Creative coding platforms like P5.js, which you seem visually familiar with, are perfect for this, as you can directly link those.
This. And I'm going to go to Claude. And I'm going to say, I need a prompt to recreate this sphere in an animated way. Wait, to create this sphere in an animated way. To pass off to my developer. Here is an example image of the UI for a different type. So we're going to get that prompt, and then we're going to go here, and we're going to say, create a drop-down menu to change the type of generator. So we'll have Spirograph and we'll have Sphere. And the Sphere, I'm going to give you instructions for what the controls are. And for the Sphere, just start with the controls. You can do the GIF and PNG because it should be the same. And the voice control will just map to just one of the controls for now. I'll give you the prompt. No, I just want the prompt. I'm building it somewhere else. Opus wanted to build it. It's funny, Claude Code's kind of just like, yeah, oh, get her done type thing. Okay. Let's just go here, prompt. Oh, actually, one thing about this prompt is I don't want the PJS in it. Just take that out because we already have all the dependencies it would need. Bismillah. So yeah, so that's that. It's quite an interesting process to do creative coding with AI now because you can really drive the direction. And I'll show you, for example, how I map the voice that you're looking at now. So I would move the scale, and then I would say map the voice control from 0.3 up to 2 based on the level of the voice control, and I'd say map the rotation angle from 66 to 155 based on the voice levels. So that was essentially how the voice control was able to be mapped. So then you could change the mappings. Then you could also have a UI for changing the mappings, so someone wouldn't have to go in and, how do you put it, someone wouldn't have to go in and change the code. So it's just an interface for code, basically, mapped to the inputs and outputs. So now it's doing this update. So the interesting thing is, so this is 3D. Okay, so now it's doing its thing. Spirograph, is it finished? Spirograph, spiral sphere. Swirl arms. Cool. 5, spiral count. Path distortion. Sphere radius. So it's not quite what we were looking at, but you can see the things you can start to do with it. And then if I turn on voice control for this one, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, test. So it works a little bit on that one, but oh, it seems that my other one here got disconnected. Interesting, so it's running a little bit slow here. I'm going to refresh it. Anyways, we'll leave it here. Think something's happened on my machine. Inshallah, hopefully this was interesting to you. And we will check in on the next progression of this creating coding series and AI updates.